Alright, so IonQ just announced a major materials breakthrough that's honestly pretty incredible, and I think it could end up being one of their most important steps towards scaling quantum networking. Basically, IonQ partnered with a company called Element 6. They are part of the De Beers group and are known for making synthetic diamond materials, and together they've developed a new way to manufacture what's called quantum-grade diamond films. But here's the key part, these films are now foundry compatible, which is just another way of saying that they can finally be produced in standard semiconductor manufacturing facilities, instead of just being limited to lab settings or boutique fabrication runs. And I really think this matters because quantum computing, especially the kind that IonQ is doing, depends on ultra high purity materials to handle things like quantum memory and photonic interconnects. So no, this isn't some kind of brand new diamond that's never existed before. What's actually new here is the process. You see, IonQ and Element 6 figured out how to make these quantum grade diamond films in a way that works with existing chip production methods, meaning they can now bond the materials onto things like silicone or silicon nitride wafers, which is what a lot of classical electronics are already built on. They're just super thin, flat slices of material that are extremely hard and made of heat-resistant ceramic. In IonQ's case, they're using it as a platform to build quantum networking components on because it supports precise, stable structures for quantum communication. You can kind of think of it like a tiny foundation where delicate quantum parts can be built and connected on. Anyway, this is going to open up a ton of possibilities, because if IonQ can start integrating this kind of material into its photonic systems at scale, it could honestly be the foundational step of quantum networking, essentially letting individual quantum systems communicate with each other over long distances. And right now, that kind of networking is actually one of the biggest bottlenecks in building large-scale modular quantum computers. So being able to mass produce the components that make it possible would be a pretty big deal. And this could mean that some of the material science that's been holding this stuff back is finally catching up to the roadmap. And IonQ's roadmap, as you probably already know, is pretty aggressive because they're aiming for 64 algorithmic qubits by the end of 2025. And I think this breakthrough fits right into that vision. It's also worth pointing out how smart this partnership is. Element 6 is literally one of the world's leaders in synthetic diamond manufacturing. So instead of trying to build the entire materials pipeline themselves, IonQ just teamed up with a specialist, and now they've got something that's both functional and scalable. Now, I think this is something that Wall Street isn't going to care about right away. It's materials science, which isn't exactly the kind of thing that gets investors excited. But for those of us who are looking deeper, I think this is one of those things that sets the stage for IonQ to move from interesting technology to industrial infrastructure. Wall Street just doesn't seem to be paying attention to IonQ as much as they should be. In fact, watch this video next to see the kinds of things that IonQ is secretly doing in the background to build up their company even more. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.